suppresses it in this mode. And on the other hand, the parasympathetic nervous system stimulates the rest and digest response. And when the body goes into, like Amber said, the fight or flight, and that's like a freeze mode. You just froze your whole entire digestive tract. And so the digestive tract shuts down. This could be a huge issue for someone who's constantly taking your body back and forth through this flim-flam, going back and forth. 1 minute you okay, next minute you stressed out. Okay, if the body's constantly in a stressful state and the cortisol levels remain extremely elevated, problems with the digestive tract is going to happen. And we're going to talk about what can happen with that, because we just want to get your attention. And so if you constantly taking your body back and forth because you don't know how to take balance, whatever it is today, it can wait until tomorrow. And you can prioritize it, because that's the most important thing, because you need to be able to wake up tomorrow. Your family needs you to wake up. Your friends need you to wake up. You need to wake up. And so this is why we say start prioritizing and slow it down. So Amber, with that one, you're next. Go right ahead.
Yeah. No, I loved how you said, when you're feeling tired and grumpy, and I can relate to that, right? I think we've all been there, where we know what that feels like. And so I always like to think, too, of where am I most happy? When I'm stressed out, it's like, what brings me that peace? And so for me, that's being outside.
Yes.
I recharge outside. I love, feeling the wind on my face and the sunshine on my skin, and just, being out, especially in the trees, helps me a lot. And so one of the things that I like to do is just take time to do something called earthing or grounding. I don't know if any of you have heard of it, but it's where you just take like 20 to 30 minutes. And I know that sounds like a lot, but you could do it on a lunch break, or, take a break and do this. And you just stand barefoot in grass. And you could lay down too, or sit down, so that you're in contact with the earth, because the earth is like medicine for us. It's scientifically, I love being outside. I think we know and we can feel it, but scientifically, the electrons on the Earth's surface, it actually helps. We're electrical beings, right? I don't know if you know that, but all of the things in our body have a charge, have an electrical charge, and so reconnecting helps us regulate our bodies. It kind of puts us back into that normal range, which is really great. And what's also fun about this particular thing that you can do, again, it's affordable, it's simple. You just walk outside. Find a place that's safe, right? Okay, the one caveat is don't go walk in grass that's just been treated with like fertilizer, or, something weed killer, but find some place that is safe, and it can even be in the sand, on the beach.
Yes.
It's a really great way, and some research is actually showing that grounding may help with pain and sleep and inflammation. So it does your body good to go connect with the earth.
That's right. It's true, because what ends up happening, and so we'll refer to that as sound healing, and it synchronizes the brain waves to achieve profound states of relaxation. So, like, say, for instance, if you're really, really pissed off, you get in your car, listen to some music, you get a little bit more relaxed. You get, what I'm saying? Or say, for instance, I've experienced this, like, sometimes when I go get my lashes done, and I don't know if other people listen, but when I go, and so the spa that I go to, it has Middle Eastern music. And every time I get into that chair, it's a double treat for me. I'm getting my lashes done, and that music is so relaxing. I don't understand what they're singing, but the music is the tones, all the different tones that you hear in the music, because it's from a different culture. And it's not so much about understanding the music itself, but it's the instruments that just are so beautiful. And there's a normal vibratory frequencies that just sound so beautiful. But these vibratory frequencies go into the cells of our bodies. And a lot of people don't really know that. And then that's part of sound healing. That's something that is kind of new that people are doing. And so, just being able to be in a relaxed state is something. So, like say, for instance, that you are just, go home. And sometimes people will say, oh, I have a glass of wine and it relaxes me. Yeah, red wine is great for us. We talked about that too. So red wine is great for us. And then you have that with some music and you sit outside like she's saying, or just any frequencies, because now there's like therapies for, I need to be in a better relaxed state and I need to work on frequencies. Some of you listening should really Google frequencies for relaxation. It'll blow you away what you hear. You know what I'm saying? But one thing that we want to talk about too is sight. So turning off, like a lot of times we're working, and this is successful women, successful men. They're staring at monitors all day long. They're watching the stocks. They're watching their business. They're looking at analytics. I'm guilty of looking at analytics, comparing this to that, how the business is flowing, how things are being perceived. And I'm doing those things. So what I do is I'm at the computer too much. Then I get up and then your circulation's cut off, because you've been sitting too long and you haven't gotten up like you should. And so then your body's not in the state that it needs to be in. And, your body, the digestive tract is again out of order. You're sitting too long. Your circulation is out of order. Your body's out of order because you're not treating it. And our bodies is like we need movement to be healthy. And so it's okay for us to say, okay, I'm not touching this computer. I'm off for the rest of the night. I've worked 8 hours and I'm done. I need to go apply myself to something different. I need to plan like a day of solitude, and it could be a staycation solitude. Like sometimes we work so much we don't even know what to do with ourselves. So it's not always about the big things. The little things are really what matters, like a staycation day, listening to music. You know what I'm saying? Getting some things done that you've been meaning to do forever, and then you're so stressed out. Or you could do absolutely nothing and just jump into bed, get in your pajamas, stay in bed all day, and watch movies in bed. Or if you want to do some reading, you can do some reading. But, just do something that's going to be relaxing for you. And it could be, and the most important thing is enjoying your home, what you're really working for. And sometimes, I want to shorten this part because I want to get back to Amber, but we're so busy accomplishing that we forget about taking time to enjoy the fruit of our labor. We forget all about it, and we forget about the things we've worked for. We don't even have time to enjoy the things we worked for because we're so busy trying to climb the ladder. You're going to get to the top. If it's meant for you to get there, you will get there. But it's what you're doing in between getting there. And whatever that you didn't do today, you can do it tomorrow. You really can, because we want you to be here tomorrow. Amber, you go ahead. It's your turn.
Yeah, no, that was a really good point. I think that we can get so wrapped up in stuff that we forget to change pace. And that change of pace allows our brain to kind of think in a different way. Yeah. And so that gives us that refresh or that recharge where it's like, oh, I'm not thinking so much about this all the time. I'm watching a movie, or I'm, cooking, or I'm, gardening, or just going for a walk. So I loved that point, Debbie. That was great. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, for instance, like we ask ourselves a few things, but, something that I really like doing, that I started doing so that I could be better with myself, so I can have more self-love for me. What I started doing is things that I think I want to do. I take my phone out and I put them as a task. And then I set them around the day that I'm going to not work, okay? If I say that I'm off on Fridays, then I'm off on Fridays. If I'm off on Saturday, then I'm off on Saturday. So I could pick my phone up and I can look at my tasks and I could pick one thing that I might want to do. And that one thing that I might want to do was a girlfriend could have told you about a spa to go with, or a friend could have told you, wow, they do really good massages here. Or you could have been driving down the street and saw something, so you make a mental note to put it on that task day. It should be a day for you to, to put things down that you want to do. Or you could put something in there and you can just say, I'm just going to do nothing at all today. I'm not going to do anything. But these are some choices, because a lot of times business women, they're so busy working all the time that when they're not working, they're so lost that they don't have a sense of direction anymore because their balance is just one thing. Work, 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 work. It's never nothing. It's never anything else. So when it comes time to create balance, they don't know how to create it. They don't know where to go, how to do it, who to do it with. So these are some like simple tips that you can take on that's going to allow you to build your world into balance, into synergy, to say, okay, these are things that I can do, and at the same time, I'm not obligated to do them. I can do absolutely nothing if I want to. But these are some things I'm saving up. Amber, what do you think about that?
Oh my gosh, it made me laugh. It's so true. If it's on my schedule and in my phone, I check my phone to see what I need to do next, right? So if I have it built into my phone, I'm more apt to do it. And I love, right? Like, oh, it's my day off. Let me see what I'm supposed to do. Oh, I'm supposed to go watch a movie, or something. It's so helpful. And how often, I don't know if other people are like this or not, but I love crossing things off a list. Like that makes me happy. And so to have a task put in my phone as like something for me, like go outside and sit in the grass for 20 minutes to be able to then like cross it off. I'm like, yes, I must do this so that I can cross it off. So I love that. I could really relate to that.
Yeah, and so too, and something too, it's like if we keep doing this, and then about time we get with our mate, and then next thing you know, you've got your mate in the habit of doing it, and every time the phone dings or whatever, what was that? Was that bit? And then you don't even know how to relate to each other outside of that. Then your schedule in your phone is really actually controlling every aspect of your life. Is controlling that overscheduling again, and the drive to be perfect or the drive to be a superwoman and get so much done. So now you've taken the compassion and the love and the passion out of your relationship because now you've gotten your mate into the habit of doing exactly what you're doing. So next thing you know, you don't know how to relax. You don't know how to, you're like robots. You wake up in the morning, time to get this done, time to, that, where's that movie we had, time to make remember what that thing that used to come on TV a long time, time to make the donuts, time.
Oh, yeah, right.
Remember that? And so that's part of it. So now you just took a big portion of your love life away, which we'll talk about in another episode, part 3. And I don't want to go into that so much, but if we just keep working, the friends that we had our friends become, whereas we don't know them anymore. We don't know them. We don't take time to check in on friends. We don't take time to help friends because one of the things is checking in with friends. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that? Checking in with friends and the things we could do, like, friend nights out with friends, girls trip, guys trip, whatever it's supposed to be, just taking that time out. And, then too, even when you take that time away, you have time to miss the one you love. And then why they're so important to you because you have time to miss them. And you have time to call them up, hey, babe, I was just thinking about you. I miss you. I'm having a good time. But at the same time, I really miss you, babe. I can't wait till I get home to see you. And then you go home and make this crazy, beautiful love and everything is goody, goody, goody. So, you know what I'm saying? You had time to miss each other. So that's one of the things that a lot of us don't do. We don't want to go anywhere. We don't want to take a vacation. We don't want to take a girls trip. We don't want to take a guys trip. We don't want to do anything because we're scared we're going to miss something. But life is not meant to be this way. We're human beings. We're not machines. What do you think, Amber?
Yeah, the connection, right? And we're in such weird times right now where, for me anyways, I'm being more connected because I'm being more mindful about it. It's like, hey, I haven't seen my friend or I haven't, connected with somebody. And so I realized how much I was missing that connection. And so I totally agree with you that connection with whoever it is, a friend or your partner, is so important, and really it helps with accountability too. Like, hey, you can use these people to help you, and I say that out of love, right? Like, exactly. Not use in a bad way, but together.
Exactly, because you know what, we still have to be accountable in our relationships. We have to be accountable in everything. Everything is cause and effect. So we have to be accountable in every way. For every action that we do, there's an accountability.